a fabulous day. And before we get into today's very important requested live stream lecture, please hit my subscribe button and support and subscribe to my channel. I really do want to thank everyone for blocking out their valuable time to view my videos, to send me your comments. But this channel cannot be possible unless you subscribe to this channel. And as I stated, this is a requested lecture from one of my 17-year-old subscribers who is a female in high school, a senior in high school. And if the audience is aware, I spend a tremendous amount of time in the natural environment, in the trenches, talking to my subscribers, having follow-up dialogue with my subscribers, just touching bases with how they're doing. They may share with me on a recent video that they may have watched, or just talking about anything from A to Z. And one of my subscribers who's in high school requested that I do a lecture on why is social comparison on social media dangerous. If you have a child of any age or anybody, pay attention to this topic. This is real significant stuff that's going on. This social media comparison, is literally having an impact on anybody who is getting on social media. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about social media comparison can harm a person in the area of increased depression, decreased well-being, poor body image, and eating disorder and or alcohol abuse. So pay attention to this very powerful video upload. First of all, what is social comparison? Social comparison is the act of contrasting one's own life with the lives of other people as they are publicly represented on these social media platforms. Why is social comparison on social media important topic? Well, I'm going to delve deep and explain why this is a very important topic. As social media sites update, they become more interactive and more addictive, and the opportunity for social comparison increases. This also increases the negative outcomes of self-comparison. Depression, anxiety, poor self-esteem, poor body image, eating disorders, alcohol and drug-related problems. Although perhaps unconnected, it is worth noting that concerning mental health trends, depression, anxiety, body image issues in teens worsen during the same period of time that teens' smartphone and social media use increase. Although establishing clear links between social media use and larger mental health trends is challenging for many reasons. I've done my due diligence on this. If the audience is aware, I am a licensed clinical addiction expert. I don't just specialize in treating and assessing people for mental health. I'm also an expert in treating and assessing people for various mental health disorders. It is quite clear that engaging in a lot of negative social comparison is one of several likely contributors to these trends. This is because creating a false life on social media for the sake of likes and followers can make our shortcomings or struggles in real life seem all the more difficult. And we can lose sight of what is real, and I'm here to tell you. Even brief exposure to social media can trigger social comparison. And self-evaluations were lower when people view profiles of healthy or alleged successful people. My thought-provoking question is, what are some ways social comparison can harm us? Pay attention. Negative social comparisons, or the fear of missing out, is the idea that someone else is having a better time or is more successful than you. Only from what you can see on their online lives can impact our mental health in a variety of ways, such as increased depression, feeling envy and down on ourselves because of what others post on social media is associated with worsening depression. Decreased overall well-being. According to research, people who are heavy users of social media, upwards up to 5 hours a day, have been shown to have a lower sense of self. They suffer from depression and even thoughts of suicide. Poor body image, a crucial factor in self-esteem, especially in adolescent development. Negative self-comparison is a common phenomenon for both men and women on social media. While the idealized standards for men and women bodies are different, both are vulnerable to poor body image and low self-esteem. This is true online as well, with the growing rise in cyberbullying. And that cyberbullying is a topic for a whole nother lecture. Eating disorders. More time on social media is also associated with the desire to change one's body through disordered eating habits. One pervasive manifestation is the diet tea craze and other restricted cleansing, commonly promoted by influencers with idealized body types, and moreover, body types that have often been distorted or edited for social media purposes. Alcohol and drug-related disorders. Feelings of depression, being envy of people on social media. Poor self-esteem can be a contributing factor for a person to self-medicate with alcohol or drug use. You know, I specialize in the field of addiction. I'm a licensed clinical addiction expert, been credentialed for over 24 years. And I'm here to tell you, because now with this social media on the rise in the field of addiction, we're beginning to see more and more people presenting with disease of alcoholism and drug addiction that had a direct link to the individual because they self-reported it in the assessment in terms of social media comparison that increase worsening their depression or anxiety, which led to them using more and more of the alcohol or drugs. And I'm here to tell you, this is a real topic. I'm in the trenches, and I am seeing an increase in people who are suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, the alcohol, the methamphetamine, the crack cocaine, the opiates, and the list goes on, marijuana, because of the depression that is directly tied into them comparing themselves, self-comparison of social media, which has a direct impact on the increased use in alcohol or drugs. Are some platforms worse than others? Social media platforms where you mostly interact with people such as Facebook, Snapchat, etc., as opposed to sites that show you popular posts from strangers combined with people you know, such as Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc., may increase negative social comparison. This is because you're comparing yourself to people that are more personally relevant to you, and thus the impact of your overall assessment. They have way more fun or friends than I have, etc., may feel more impactful. However, in some cases, scrolling versus posting can increase negative feelings, especially envy, which may worsen depression, which may lead to the alcohol and drug use, the increase in alcohol or drug use. So when we start looking at that envy, which may, in addition, which may worsen depression, and visible friend and like counts make negative social comparison easier because there's data to show. So if you're less or more popular than someone else, of course, that isn't really true. But many teens, especially young adults, many teens and young adults take these numbers seriously and use them to factor into rather they are liked. And that can be a serious problem, audience. How to tell if you're socially comparing yourself to others. Pay attention. According to research, the worst outcome in terms of negative feelings were associated with more time spent on social media apps. So in order to minimize social comparison, the best thing and quickest thing you can do is to limit your time there. A few other things you can do are be aware of your triggers. Notice which posts make you feel down on yourself and start down that comparison trap. Considering unfollowing those people, remember it is not real. Don't compare someone outside to your inside. These posts are designed for attention. They are not real life. Practice gratitude. Try to focus on what you do have in your life versus what you don't. It can be small, but acknowledging what you do have can go a long way in minimizing social comparison. Limit social media use. Try limiting your use over the day or the week. When you do go on, know why you are there and how long you intend to stay. Focus on the positive. Try to follow people and view posts that inspire you, motivate, impart knowledge, rather than those who leave you feeling negative about yourself or others. Next step in getting the help and support you need. If you or someone you know just can't kick your social media habits, despite it making you feel worse, or your mental illness is persistent even without social media, the most important thing you can do is to seek professional help from a licensed therapist, because depression, anxiety, eating disorders, alcohol or drug-related problems, and being suicidal and having suicidal thoughts should never go unnoticed. And I'm here to tell you, reach out for help from a licensed counselor to get the help you need. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have gotten something out of this very, very, very powerful lecture. You know, this topic needs to be shared. Sit down with your family members and listen to this powerful upload on this very powerful topic, because social media comparison has an impact. I don't care if you're in high school, in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and older. If you got any of those other mental health related problems that I talked about, and I'm here to tell you, send me your comments, hit my subscribe button right now. Subscribe to my channel. My analytics can show a breakdown analysis of individuals who subscribe, who view my videos, who are subscribed, and it can show a breakdown analysis of who view my videos and who has not subscribed. You're watching these videos for a reason. Watching these videos, I appreciate the views and the watch hours, but if you have not subscribed to my channel, it does not support my channel by watching my channel. It takes a split second to hit that subscribe button. And also, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout. My publishing company, in November this year, they're going to get ready to line up a powerful radio interview with Marie Holiday to market my powerful book, Awake Financial Freedom. This is a must-read book. This book is available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, or Apple iTunes, Google Play, where I share my testimony with the world on literally how I rose from financial destruction to complete financial freedom. There's some strategic steps I talk about in some of these chapters on how I literally paid off my mortgage almost 20 years early. Check out this book. Once you have purchased my book, or go on whatever particular platform you utilize to purchase my book and give a honest review. So with that being said, that's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.